Yeah, what's going on, everybody? This is Solomon King coming at y'all from Esoteric Minds Media. I'm gonna touch bases with y'all on something real quick. This energy today, man, it's something else. It's something new. I can't explain it. You know what I mean? But I know what I'm talking about. You see. So I'm sitting here. You know, these past 30 days has been something else. You know what I mean? It has been something else. Without sucking everybody into the narrative because we already know what's going on around the nation and around the world. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to remind nobody of something fresh that just happened, and we all see it every day. But we got to understand this is spiritual warfare. You know what I mean? This is and it done crossed over planes of existence. You see, so I say it like this here: it's war on the mind, the body, and the spirit, and emotions. You see what I'm saying? But we got to set our own narrative. You see what I'm saying? Let's not get sucked up in everybody else's narrative. You know, we 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 got to start thinking clearly with our heart, with our mind. You see, so I'm sitting here thinking about all this, right? And Spirit got a funny way of leading me back. That's all I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna read a couple of little things here, you know, and from Isaiah chapter 10, verse 7. You see, but this is not his intention. You get it? But this is not his intention. This is not his plan. For it is for it is in his heart to destroy and cut off many nations. You see? So I sat there and I looked at it, right? And then I went to another little translation. And it say, but he does not so intend, and his heart does not so think. You get it? So what I'm saying is what I said earlier today on my last on my last post, man. We gotta it's about heart brain coherence. So a man thinketh with his heart. You see what I'm saying? It's like these last 30 days, are you gonna make the next 30 days like your last 30 days if you know you've been going through something the past 30 days? We can't be sucked into the narrative. We can't stay sucked into it because something big is gonna happen. Either you gonna roll with it, or it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? They got all this stuff going on, and they gonna have us thinking that this stuff is never gonna end. That's not the case. You see what I'm saying? What's going on now is not gonna always be. It's not, but it goes according to what your intentions are, what you feeling, what you thinking. You know what frequency, vibration you gonna be on here. You see what I'm saying? We have to really, really, really grasp what's going on nowadays. You see, you're gonna either be on one side of the spectrum or the other side of the spectrum. Either way it go. You know what I mean? So we had to start pretty much we gotta start controlling our minds. You see, we gotta start being more intelligent with our emotions. You see, so a man thinketh with his heart, guys. You see what I'm saying? So we got to set our own intentions. Intentions mean nothing, and I mean this. Intentions is a useless power if you really don't know how to set it. If you really don't know how to use it. And I know what I'm talking about. It's written clearly. You can go to Isaiah chapter 10, verse 7. Get different translations. Like I said, I do this all the time. I got a translation here. I got a translation here. Plus, I got a translation on my screen. A few different ones. You see what I'm saying? That's how spirit guides me, yo. You know, everybody want to be spiritual, want to be in this new way and all this and that, this new wave. But what spirit is really truly guiding you? You got to see that. You know what I mean? Everybody talk about the ancestors and all this and that. Don't get me wrong. Hey, if you with that ancestor stuff, you with that ancestor stuff, man. But something tells me I'm connected to something different. You see? So I take it that my ancestor is somewhere in these books. It's got to be. You see what I'm saying? But that's how spirit guided me towards it because I'm thinking about this past 30 days and how I want this next 30 days to be. You see, we have to start projecting our own experience, how we want our experience to be after these events, during these events. It's like if you don't see yourself as a winner, then you lost already. You see? If you don't see yourself as already won, then you lost already. It's no more dependent on another man or another woman. You see what I'm saying? Those days are over. You see? The more you depend on a man or a woman, the more control they have over you and your life. You just don't know it yet because you so dependent on something that they're doing. You see what I'm saying? You can deny it, but it's the truth, you know. But these days, man, it's an attack. It's spiritual. You see, they trying to lower your vibration. They trying to like the old school saying, "Oh man, you done killed my spirit." Yeah, you on a low vibration. You don't know how to think. You don't know how to do nothing clearly. You see, so you're gonna be constantly looking out for solutions when the solutions is in you. You see where I'm coming from? It's totally written, guys. You see what I'm saying? I don't try to lead nobody wrong on nothing. You know, I just try to show y'all something. You see what I'm saying? We got to project our own experience here. What do you want to experience in this world? Do you want to keep experiencing this? Because you have a choice. You see, you can bring heaven on earth or hell on earth. It's your choice, your life, your experience, your way. Can't nobody be mad at you. You see what I'm saying? Stop thinking you love something when it's only, I hate to say it like this, but it's only the outward manifestation on what you wanted or something like that. Like you are in love with something that's really not in love with you. That can shift and change any minute. I know what I'm talking about. My whole life shifted and changed once I set my mind on something, and that's to serve, yo. I'm not lying to y'all. You see? So stop leaning so much towards what another person can do because I guarantee you they only loving you as much as what you putting out. You see what I'm saying? You get what you give out here. It's give and receive. You see? I'm not trying to depend on nobody. You see what I'm saying? The person that's in my life right now is me, my mother, my son, my daughter. My daughter just moved on. You see what I'm saying? She's in Cyprus. My other daughter got her own apartment. That shows me things. All this shows me things. You see what I'm saying? They didn't move on to nothing worse. They moved on to something better. That's God's way of saying, I got your children. You see what I'm saying? But they grown and they have their own mind and their own mindset too. Either you're going to elevate or you're going to stay the same. You know what I mean? Because I promise you, you have to bring it in. Ain't nobody going to love you like you love you. Ain't nobody going to get to know you like you know you. That's how you, other than that, you are attracting exactly what you are. You are living in exactly what you've done. You see what I'm saying? It might look good right now. Yeah, it might look good right now. But what's going to happen when this shit hit the fan? When all your good shit got to stop. If you in the system, right? And when I say in the system, this is 9 to 5. You could be working for a government thing. You could be anything in this world, bro. You can't fix nothing if they shut it down. You can't get up and go clean up and do this and do that if they shut it down. Then what you gonna do? You see what I'm saying? By then you're gonna be trying to tap in. It's too late. You get it? But I try not to push narratives that's not right here. You see, we have to start controlling our mind. We have to start controlling our emotion. We have to start projecting and seeing and making our own experiences and seeing what we want to experience in life and out of life, what we want to get out of life. When you start that, you start the process. You like the seed in germination phase. You see, you got to understand the cycles. You got to understand spirals. You got to understand all that. You see, this last 30 days, it can be just like the last 30 days. Or this next 30 days could be a whole new phase, a whole new way of being, a whole new way. But we have to control the mind. We have to see it. We have to see it, know it, feel it in our heart, set that intention. You see, you set that intention, right? Then you know if it don't match that intention, it's deception somewhere. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not on your heart. It's not that desire on your heart. It's not what your heart is speaking. It's not what your heart is intending. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I speak on experience. You know what I mean? My life is the way it is right now because somebody was basing the now moment off of what they thought my intentions was, and it was never that. So that taught me about intentions then. You see what I'm saying? Each scenario in your life, each phase in your life, each conscious moment that's in the now, it teaches you something. You see, it's either going to be a hard lesson or it's going to be a lesson you didn't mind learning. Either way it go, you still got to learn. This world is a school. You know what I mean? So if you could just think about the last 30 days, because they've been killing us with these narratives. You see what I'm saying? But that's their narrative. If you're not setting your own experiences, if you're not setting your own mind, if you're not clearing your own heart, if you're not using it right, you are falling for the narrative. You are doing exactly, you are gonna go down with exactly what they have planned, and not what you have planned, and not what God have planned for you. You know what I mean? We gotta understand that. And telling me to read it one more time, but here it go. It say, but he does not so intend, and his heart does not so think, but in his heart to destroy and to cut off nations, not a few. You see, that's the narrative that's out here, but that's not your intentions. You see what I'm saying? That's not on your heart. So a man thinketh in his heart. You see what I'm saying? You have to use your heart brain and your main brain. You get it? You got to marry the heart and the brain. It's heart-brain coherence. Otherwise, you're not doing something right here. Yes, it's difficult. You feel me? None of us really got this shit down packed. But the more you do it, the more you master it. You see what I'm saying? The more your life starts shaping up, or it's going to stay the same. It goes according to you. You know? No, the universe ain't waiting on nobody, if you want to say that. The world, because the world keeps moving. The trees keep growing. The wind keep blowing. The water keep ebbing and flowing. It's not waiting on nobody. You slow down your own progress. You can put it to a halt, or you can slow it down until you drive yourself nuts. You doing it to yourself. You know what I mean? So just know that, you know, let's project our own experiences here, because something big is going to happen. Something is happening now, and it's going to continue to happen. But which side are you going to be on? You see what I'm saying? We all going to be in this thing together simultaneously, you see? But each and everybody's experience going to be different. You could be sitting right here either side of this table. You see, I'm being one way, you being one way, the other person being another way, all sitting here looking at each other but living in different realms of reality. You see what I'm saying? We have to start bringing it in. Because I promise you, what you think you love only love you according to what you giving out, what you putting out, what you allowing. I bullshit you not. You got to set it so your results can be how you intended them to be, not how the next person intended it to be. You see what I'm saying? It's not easy, but it's only hard as you make it, if you get what I'm saying. And it starts in the mind. It all starts in the mind. It's however you perceive it, however you projecting it. It is what it is. Either you are going to make your own shit up and you're going to go off of dead thoughts. You see what I'm saying? And dead thoughts is old thoughts, all that bullshit. You see? What about this new? Something about renewing. I know that. So by me knowing what I know, and I know it on a way deeper scale than I'm explaining it here, you see, it's for me to get and it's for me to give in the way that I can give it. You see what I'm saying? But as far as taking this skill and honing this skill and mastering this skill, I will. You know why? Because I want new things. I want to experience something different. You see, something abundant, something that's unexplainable but totally obtainable. You see, with wisdom. You know what I mean? I haven't saw my two baby boys in a long time. You see, maybe it's not meant right now. I don't know. You see, that's just how I look at it, but I know what spirit tells me. I'm not the only one in control of that, but I can't control the outcome. I got to give it to God and let God do it because God works in my favor. You see, you got to be up under the law of grace. You see what I'm saying? You got to be up under the law of grace, yo. It is what it is. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. So a man thinketh in his heart. We got to set our intentions, you see. We have to. It's not in our heart to destroy nobody, but it's in other people's heart to do it. You see, a lot of people do things and don't think of the ripple effect. They don't think of what they're doing to the next person, you see, because you're too busy focused on yourself, enjoying what this world is giving to you, blinding you. It might look good, it might feel good. You feel me? Be it in bed, be it in your head. It's all spells touching your feelings, but they trying to touch. You got to have emotional intelligence. You could take it with a grain of salt, or you could totally feel where I'm coming from. If it resonate with you, take it with you. If it don't, leave it where it's at. You know what I mean? But all things is not good for you, ladies and gentlemen. Just because it feel good, just because they can just produce it right then and there. What are you doing? What experience are you gaining? What faith are you building? What are you tapping into? You see what I'm saying? All spirits ain't good spirits. You either gonna have intentions or motive. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people got motives, and especially if you living your life right now based on a motive. You see, a lot of people walking this road that they took once they destroyed something and crushed something. You see what I'm saying? I tell y'all no word of lie, and you're going to continue down that road. You see, a lot of people have motives out here, and they're going to keep you trapped in something. You see, you don't see it right now because you are still on that energetic wave. The energy got to flow out, and when it does, then what? You see? So think about that. Just think about that. Let these next 30 days be something good. You meet trial and error, you just meet trial and error. That's all. Be mindful of everything, yo. We have to start walking in the spirit of God, with the spirit of God. You know, however you could take it, however it may go, we have to. You know, other than that, you just sitting here still looking out. You know what's wrong with you internally. You know what's wrong with your mind. You know what's wrong with your feelings and all this and that. But we try to cover that stuff up except for trying to reconcile with ourselves first. It's okay, ladies and gentlemen. I promise y'all it's okay. We just have to see it for what it is. You know what I mean? And once you see it for what it is, then you'll get it. I love y'all. Be cool. Be safe.